Hey y'all.
Hey, Leash.
Go back out and come back in, see.
Okay.
Hey, cousin Stormy. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. How are y'all? Y'all know we talking about it again today.
That is again.
How is y'all week? I hope y'all have a great weekend. We're excited. I got so much going on, like literally. So many things going on, but I'm excited. You know, you can always say what you ask for it for. What you ask for it. You ask for certain things. You know, we ask for certain things, and then when they start happening, you know, we are taken aback sometimes. So, you ready, T? Is it raining there? You on the computer?
Yeah.
Try one more time.
Okay.
Sorry, y'all. All right, let's see. Hey, y'all. I see y'all. We got a little pause. We're trying to get the studio right with this reception and this weather. So y'all see it scrolling around the bottom. That's our topic for today. We talking about it. You made dinner. Ladies, you made dinner. Who do you serve first? Do you serve your husband or do you serve your children? Listen, Tasha DeMay was on this. She said she served them at one time. She served everybody at the same time. Listen,
Can you hear me? Oh boy.
your voice is distorted.
Okay. I'm gonna go out one more time.
All right. So do y'all agree? Y'all serve everybody at the same time? Y'all just start making plates and handing them out? How do y'all do this? Do y'all tag team? Do y'all tag team it? Husband and wife team? Do y'all do that? Listen, you get the drinks, I get the food. We do this together. Or do you serve your man first and then your kids last? Or do your kids eat first and then you and your husband eat together at a certain time? How does that work? Let's talk about it, y'all. Hey, SF Party. We talking about it today, y'all. How do you guys do it? Do you, after you cook dinner? Notice that if I cook dinner, I'm the last to eat. I know that much. If I eat at all. Because sometimes when you've been running all day and now all of a sudden you gotta cook and you've probably tasted it while you were cooking, so now you're not hungry.
Mm-hmm. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, much better, T.
Okay, I took my ears off. I don't know what's going on.
Were your ears charged?
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you do it, T? Do you serve hubby first? Because we already know Miss Toni is not for play when it comes to her man or her children.
Sorry. No, actually, when the kids were little, because my guys are all older now, but when the kids were little, hubby Lish always insisted that they be fed first. But we're all eating together.
Right.
But I serve him every night, regardless. He doesn't have to get up and make a plate or anything. I make his plate every single night. Even the nights that I don't feel like, I might be in one of those tea moods.
He don't have a mood. I don't know. I don't know.
Sometimes I'll be just like, I might put it down just a little bit heavier.
Like, here you go. Here you go. What do y'all say? Ladies, do y'all feed y'all children or do you feed your man first? How do you guys normally do it? We had a great topic on yesterday. Yesterday we were talking that talk, honey. We had everybody in an uproar. We was talking about does the wife sit in the front or does the mom sit in the front? We had that whole conversation. Y'all make sure y'all go check out our archives. Tonight we talking about family. When you cook, do you feed your husband or do you feed your children first?
Now, Lish, about yesterday's topic, I hadn't seen the video before the show, but
you saw that video?
I saw the video.
Listen, and I laughed up under your video because I saw your face. I ain't have to be in New York to see your face. I was like, I know Tony's face. Tony like, what in the tarnation is these shenanigans going on?
But on top of that, Lish, she said it was her car.
Child, listen.
Oh my goodness.
We've already established that Miss Toni has in 28 years has only sat in the back seat 4 times, and that was because she had a baby. Other than that, Miss Toni has said she don't sit in the back seat at all.
It's not even an option to be brought up, but that's just me. People don't. That y'all do what y'all do, but for me, it's not an option.
I love it.
No.
Open us up, T. Open us up.
Absolutely. For all of those that are joining us for the first time, welcome. And all those returning, we appreciate you guys. But Lissha and I first started this journey about 6-7 years ago. We started out on the radio because we are avid readers and we celebrated literature. But our show has evolved into so much more than just literature. We now celebrate the dopeness of all the arts, whether it's music, literature, acting, politics. We love some politics on Let's Chat. We can get passionate about that. But all the arts, every representative have been through the doors of Let's Chat, and we love celebrating it. Which way? The royal way. That's the only way we know how. We all interact in an intimate, fun, and friendly environment. It gets passionate up into the chat room, and child, passionate it is. But we so appreciate you guys for joining us whenever we tune in, and all of our streaming channels. We so appreciate you guys. You have no idea. And because of you, Lissha and I do what we do, because that's just who we are. So once again, thank you for joining us here on Let's Chat Live. Get ready for another great show.
Absolutely. And I just today I thought about our last segment, because y'all know we take a break every year for around November, October-ish. So our last segment, listen, it came to me, and I've been in emails, and I have been calling, and I'm trying to get the cream of the crop up through here for our last show of the year, because we are talking that talk. I'm not posting no flyer until the week before. I'm not telling y'all what the topic is. Just know I'm over here working, y'all, trying to get this thing birthed out. Every time I go to sleep, Tony always say, do I ever sleep? Every time I go to sleep, I have an idea, and then I got to get up and then call somebody or email somebody, or I'm researching something. So sometimes sleep is not my friend.
Girl, sometimes I get messages from you, and I look at the time. I'm like, now what in the tarnation is she doing up at that time of the night?
Yes.
Whichever one you want to call it.
Listen, Tony would be like, didn't I tell you to unplug?
This
is not unplugging.
You saw my last message to you. I'm like, child, would you just hand that over to me?
Listen, I got a lot of things going on, and I'm grateful. I really am. I love what I do. I have a passion behind it. I have a passion about books. I have a passion about authors. And with that, I have become a part of the Black Author Matters tour. The background, because everybody who knows me knows my books are still being written. I had time, but I got to make time, because my goal is to have one out by the end of the year, y'all. By the end of the year. So they're started, but I digress.
Y'all heard her again.
Yes, it was supposed to be out at the top of 2020, but some other stuff started happening. Stuff has just been popping up out of the blue. So on tomorrow, I am actually facilitating a panel discussion, When Black Men Write, talking about men, Black men that write. And we will be talking that talk tomorrow on the Black Authors Matters Facebook page at 4:00. So if you guys are able, head on over to that Black Authors Matters page?
Mm-hmm. I think it's on both of you and my page, so just click that link and it'll take you guys right there.
Absolutely. We're going to be having some fabulous authors on. Shout out to Nico. I appreciate Nico. He entrusts me with so much, and I thank him for that. But I do a lot, y'all. I got a lot more coming. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background. It's a lot. But I'm grateful. And I appreciate you guys. Me and Toni appreciate you guys. For all of y'all that don't know, this is streamed on our YouTube page and our Facebook page simultaneously. You can always go and check out our replays over on our Let's Chat Facebook page, as well as our YouTube page. You can also check us out on Ebony TV. That's right. The ladies are being replayed on Ebony TV. If you want to do a commercial, you can do a commercial request. It is a fee to do the commercial because it's the continuous advertisement. But we would love to have you on and be able to highlight your brand, highlight your product, highlight your business, your commercial, your book trailer. We would love to just send your request to thechatradioshow@gmail.com. If you would like to be a guest on Let's Chat, same thing. Send your request to thechatradioshow@gmail.com. We are a little booked until September, October, but we are always trying to get people on. We love to be able to support people. If you are an independent artist, come on over, bring your music. We love to be able to support and play independent music. Shout out to everybody that shares their music with us. We have a few exclusives. Shout out to EP Pope. We have an exclusive from his new jazz album that's going to be dropping. Shout out to Keith Robinson. We have an exclusive from his new album, that A Love Apostolic 2, that's going to be dropping. And so we just really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for always supporting your girls.
Absolutely. And for all our streaming channels, there's a subscribe button. We would appreciate you guys to subscribe. And if there's a bell, just click it, so you'll be notified every time an episode of Let's Chat is uploaded or downloaded, depending on where you're standing.
Absolutely. And you can also check our replays from our live shows on Spotify and Spreaker Radio. So once I cut it up, I create it for our other platforms. Oh, Roku is coming soon. Y'all, your girls is over here working. We are doing some things that we didn't think we would be doing, but we're doing them.
Absolutely. We didn't think we would be on this journey when we first got together, but it has taken it's made a life of its own, Leash, and we're just following the path. We're just staying in our lane and doing what we got to do and continuing to enjoy it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Did y'all see the John Lewis funeral? You saw the funeral? Oh my God. Our favorite president. I don't know about you, but he's my favorite president. His eulogy was everything.
On point and much needed. Actually, all three of them touched on that subject.
Yeah.
Even Mr. Bush.
Yes. Listen. I hope he is packing. Him and his wife and his child. I hope he is packing. And then McConnell, we have to do a little hot topic. McConnell is distancing himself as well. So everybody's preparing for the pivot. Everybody's preparing for the pivot that's getting ready to happen. Make sure you guys get out and vote. Vote. If you're not registered, please register. If you have an absentee ballot, don't drop it in the mail. Drop it off at the polling site.
That's right. Make sure it's counted.
Yes.
And, I couldn't believe he said that he's not gonna. It's up in the air whether he's gonna leave the White House. I've never heard anything like that. Never. But make sure you guys get out and vote, and it'll be a done deal.
Absolutely. So we have our fabulous guest on today. We got a great show on today, T. I'm excited. We have our first guest now. I'm waiting for her to come in the chat room. Y'all, listen. Terri A. Johnson. We met Terri A. Johnson in one of Victoria Christopher Murray's editing class. I want to say I met Terri A. Johnson when I did my very first event in 2017. I did my eat and greet, and during that eat and greet, I did a writer's workshop that Victoria and Rashonda facilitated. They have a writing workshop. They did their writing workshop at my event. I want to say I met Terri at that event. If I'm not mistaken, I think. But I definitely know I met her through the editing classes. We love her. We love her books. We love her pen. Her energy is everything.
Absolutely. I had to leave early from that class. Remember, I had a plane to catch, so I wasn't able to stay till the end. And I so missed that.
But that's okay, because T doesn't know in 2022, Vision and Books is going to be on my birthday, April 2nd, and we're going to be doing another workshop.
A national holiday, Peach. Y'all know how Lissha is. Celebrated worldwide.
Yes, everybody knows that Toni is a dynamic editor, and so I want her to do an editing workshop. We're also going to have a writing workshop.
What? Y'all see how she do your girl? She just pops on me on live. Like, how am I so like, what?
Listen, if I was to get another editor, she'd be like, Leash, what am I doing? I mean, do I just read books all day? Who is that? Listen, Miss Toni is not for play. She'll be like, I don't care what she does.
I know what I do.
I know what I do. And you didn't have to do all of that.
I'm on speed dial, child.
Listen, yeah, but I want Vision and Books 2022 to be great. Vision and Books 2020 was awesome this year in February. We had fabulous authors, fabulous guests. It was a snowstorm, but it was still a great event. And so I hope to do that again in 2022. I'm not doing it next year because, COVID, I don't know. Me and COVID ain't really cool. Coronavirus, I don't know. I need Corona to go on home and be about her business.
Leave us alone so we can carry on our lives.
Right, we got stuff to do. We have our fabulous guest, the fabulous Terri Ann Johnson. Hey, Terri.
Hey, everybody. How are you?
How are you?
Good. It's exciting being back on the show and talking to you guys again.
We are so proud of you. You over there twerking that pen, girl. Yes.
Right.
Look, hey, single mamas got to do something. You know what I'm saying? We got to do what we got to do.
That's
yes,
right.
Yes, we do.
I love it. Okay, for all of those that don't know about your fabulousness, tell everybody a little bit about your literary journey and your work.
Okay. Thank you for having me on the show. I'm Terri Ann Johnson. I started writing, I would say my literary journey began in around 2016 with an anthology, All I Want for Christmas. And I took that short story and expanded it into my debut novel, Faith Alone, which actually won the 2019 Romance Slam Jam Best Inspirational Romance.
Oh,
so I'm very proud of that.
Right.
But I always knew I wanted to write. I always knew I wanted to write. I took journalism classes in college. I always knew, and I've been an avid reader all my life. So I guess that love for reading turned into the desire to write and to tell stories as well. So that's my literary journey.
I love it. And we always talk about a go moment here on the show. And a go moment is when thought and execution come together. Normally, everybody that watches the show know we're really mindful about how we do and treat other people. But when it comes to ourselves, we will give ourselves a straight excuse on why we can't do something, why we can't do it right now. I just gave one about my book. I don't have time. That's an excuse.
Right. Well, those excuses do creep up, but what COVID has taught us too is that we have to do self-care, and we have to sometimes, make ourselves first. I do believe that one reason I actually got started was because of my son. I guess I kind of wanted him to see his mom, doing things for herself, becoming a published author and that type of thing. So I think that was the why then. But you're right. Things do creep up in life. The kids, maybe the husband, the partner, just life in general. Sometimes our health. So, but we gotta make sure that we put ourselves first. Sometimes.
You absolutely. You speak of COVID, and a lot of people have handled it differently. Now, you being that you haven't, not too long ago got onto the author scene, what have you done to improve not just your self-care, but improve your authorship during this time of working from home?
During this time, it's been a lot. Being in the house, because a lot of times what folks have said, well, this is like a downtime. But you're working from home, homeschooling, the cook, the chef,
the doctor, because you don't
the everything, right? The everything. But I have been able to take writing classes. I've taken publishing, I've taken writing, editing. So the tribe that I am a member of, we've all collectively gotten together, and we have tried to use this time to up our game, so that when things do open back up and we can go and see and hug people, again, we'll have some more books, some more real estate out for folks. So yes, this is the time to bet ourselves too and bet our craft.
Right. And that's so true, because when we do open back up, the normal is not going to be the normal, and you don't want to be the same you as you went into it. COVID.
Right.
You want to come out improved as well. So that's so important. Just keep that mindset. I don't want to be the same. I want to be
because we hardly ever get the time. Right. Because we always said, if only I had the time. If only I had the time.
Yeah.
So now, we can carve out sometimes. It may be a different feel. It may be a different look, being in the house all the time. But we can at least carve out some of that time to say, okay, I'm going to take the time to write something new. I'm going to take the time to take this class. I'm going to take this time to learn how to publish and, self-publish. Just do other things. So like you said, when we come out, we'll come out a different us.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And I want to go back because you said you started and you wrote in a anthology. And I know one thing I know about anthologies is that those are short stories. What was that process like for you first coming out, and now you writing a short story? It's like really hard to condense everything into one, and it has to go. It has to kind of start with the meat and potatoes but have a good flow. How was that process for you?
I think being a new author, it helps you, and it teaches you, because to me, that's the way you kind of learn the craft too, is because you only want the meat. You only want, the details that's going to keep the story moving anyway.
Right.
So, you don't want to keep telling your audience the same thing in chapter 3 a different way that you told them in chapter 1. So, you want to learn how to, tell your story. Every sentence is new information. So, we want to make sure that we give our readers new information, something to keep them reading, something to keep them excited. So I believe that with the anthologies, it does help you learn how to pull out and learn how to tell a longer story.
Absolutely. And it's a good marketing strategy, because depending on who's writing in that anthology, you're getting their readership as well to view your pen. You're getting other readers to be able to meet you as a new author. And so that has to be a great experience for you. Right. Now, when your debut book came out, what was that process like for you, extending that short story and making it longer?
I knew that I wanted to make it longer because I had other ideas going on in my head about the story. So, since that anthology, was a Brown Girls Books anthology, working with the publishers, working with the editors, we were able to pull out more plot points to make the story, to expand the story.
Absolutely.
So that was a good experience. I really enjoyed writing Faith Alone. As you all know, or you may not know, I'm writing Switched right now too, which is actually the follow-up to
Look
Faith
at
Alone.
you.
Yeah, so we've been doing that. So yeah, this pandemic time is definitely a time to get some things done.
Y'all listen, her pen is we took these editing classes with Victoria Christopher Murray. We were taking them till she put us out.
Yep.
We got put out. She was like, listen, you take all these classes. I see you every time. I have yet to see the book. So she will kick you out. She will kick you out off the porch.
Yes.
And be like, come back after.
And I'm also a part of a series called The Knights of the Castle. There are 8 standalone books. Nelena Kai's book came out on the 28th, which was Tuesday. That was book 1, King of Arabia. So I'm book 9, The King of Penn Quarter. So that releases on November 17th. So over the next few months, you may get 2 books a month in the Knights of the Castle series. So that's exciting too.
And how was writing that project? Because that means that you're working on multiple projects at one time. That's a whole process all in itself because everybody talking to you at all types of hours of the day.
Right.
Everybody, all the characters, all in your head. But it's a good thing because actually I'm co-authoring The Knight of Penn Quarter with Michelle Sims. So that's the thing. Right. So we have the first draft of that basically done. So we're wrapping that up now so we can move it along the process, to get it tip top shape for the reader. So we're doing that. So I am handing that over sometime this weekend to the next person in the editing process, and that's when I'll be able to go back to Switched and finish the edits that Victoria actually sent me, and we'll be doing that. So I mean, it's fun. I'm home. I am teleworking, so I can kind of set my schedule. I don't have to run back and forth, doing the school thing, pick up from school, drop off from school, all that. So I'm kind of, we all hunkered down more or less. It's time to use that time to get some stuff out for you guys.
That's interesting. I'm sorry, Leash. Terri, being a new author, you have a lot on your plate right now. You're going from a novella to a longer story. You're in an anthology. You're working on another book. Speak of the challenges that you've encountered trying to keep it all together and not be repetitive in all the projects that you have going on. Speak on those challenges, please.
I think some of the challenges can be sometimes your characters might become the same person sometimes. So you have to think, it's about keeping notebooks for each project.
Right.
And it's about making sure that each character has their own little quirks, their own little idiosyncrasies, their own little likes, their own little dislikes. So make sure those things come out in the story. Even their backstory. Like some may have been adopted, some may have been in foster care, some may have 2 parents. So you kind of want to make sure even their upbringing, try to make them as different as possible, even where they may work, whether they have siblings or not, and how those things, nature versus nurture, might have affected them. So it's a lot of little things that you can do to try to make sure that your characters don't blend together and they are the same person.
That would be a big challenge.
And it's I'm glad you said that because it's very important to get all of your thoughts out and make sure that they are organized. So the fact that y'all got y'all pencils and pens out, y'all got y'all notebooks, she just gave y'all a jewel. I'm just saying, you got to be organized.
I'm gonna
That's
tell you this. What I had at the beginning too was put up on the wall like a adhesive.
Storyboard.
Yep. And so I could erase it,
Mhm.
with the erasable markers.
Right.
And I put my character, put little things where they grew up, how they
Mhm.
grew
Uh-huh.
up. I would create, so I would. Everything has to come out of my head. If I keep
Mhm.
it up in here, that's a problem. So I try to get everything out.
Mhm.
And I do have my notebooks, but again, I put stuff up on the wall too, and so I could actually step back and look at it and use the erasable, markers and just try to erase and, just make little notes. So I can just, even when I'm sitting at my desk, I can just look at the wall and say, okay,
Mhm.
so that helps me as well.
Well, do
Absolutely.
you give them zodiac signs and like give them certain
I
like
do know their
characteristics
birthday.
of that
I do
sign?
know, yes, because I know their birthdays. And I'll tell you what I do so that I know how old they are. A lot of times I will connect their birthdays to people's birthdays that I just know off my head.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Like my sister's birthday is September 5th. So a character, they're gonna have a birthday September 5th, just so I can,
okay.
Right.
I know how old I am. So if I want a character to be 10 years younger, I know I was born, and this is fine. I was born in 65. So I'll talk to people who may have been born in 75 to
Mhm.
get, what were you doing in high
Idea.
school?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What were you,
No
but I
point.
try to keep it even. Like I was born in 65, so I try to just make them 10 years, not 8, not
That's
7 years
right.
younger, but
Right.
10, so that I know I was born in 65, so I need to talk to somebody born in 75. What were y'all doing in
Mhm.
high school? Where were y'all hanging?
Yeah.
Because most of my books are based in Washington, D.C. So,
Okay.
so if it's 20 years my junior, then I know I need to talk to somebody in 85. So I do, try to
It's
keep
a
it.
nice round number. 10 is
Yeah.
like, yeah. Mhm.
And what I did was, it's funny that Toni brought up zodiac signs because I do the sun chart. Like I give them a sign, and then whatever that sign is, I make up a birthday in that sign, and then I, that's how I shape their characteristics based on that sign. How
Mhm.
do you shape the characteristics? You base the characteristics off of that particular person's birthday?
Sometimes I do. I shape the characteristics also off of what they'll need to have in the story.
Mhm.
Um, I think both of you all may have read Faith Alone, but Lachelle, she went through a lot of tragedy. She went
Oh,
through a lot of
child.
disappointment.
Yeah.
She went through. Let's just say that
Yeah.
she went through. So, I knew I wanted her to be, even though she might have experienced some levels of depression, I
Uh-huh.
wanted her to have a level of faith for her to lean on in order to get her through that depression.
Mhm.
So
Absolutely.
Right.
my characters are real. They experience real life things, and
Mhm.
depression, mental health is something that's totally
That's
100%
right.
real.
Right.
So I would like to give my characters, my readers, some tools,
Right.
to
That's
get
right.
through
Right.
their
That
times where,
time.
they may
Mhm.
be experiencing that.
That's
Mhm.
right. That's right. That's right. So, how have you grown as not only just an author, but how have you grown as a woman and a mother throughout your journey?
Organized, I would say, is probably the most important word that we use. I've had to be organized. So that's a level of growth when I know I have to get out of the house to go and write. I can't do it in the house.
Mhm.
So it was kind of hard when we were in phase one of this whole COVID thing, because it's hard for me to write in the house because so many distractions. So I knew I had to organize myself. I knew I had to create. This is your writing time, period.
That's right.
Whether it's an
Mm-hmm.
hour a day, period. If I had to, tell Joshua, okay, this is what I'm doing, this is what you're doing. You stay down here, I stay up here. So I think organization is one level of growth. And also the ability to feel comfortable doing what I'm doing right now. That's
Right.
a big level of growth, because I'll say, before I started writing, all this talking and they probably wasn't as comfortable as I am, right now. So, because if you write, you want to convey your story. You
That's
want to
right.
talk to your readers. I go to book clubs. I love going to book clubs. Now, of course, during this pandemic, they've been virtual, but I
Yes.
love talking to readers because I love to get their feedback. So that's a big level of growth. Doing what I'm doing right now, talking to you two lovely ladies, chatting with you two ladies. So that's another level of growth that I can definitely say as well.
Absolutely. Now, you also did a tour before COVID. You were on a tour. How was that process like, being a fairly new author, and now you're on a tour with authors that are a little bit more seasoned? What was that like for you? How would have been exciting?
It was exciting and it was humbling at the same time. It was so very humbling. I mean, just they treating you the same way they treating, like you just said, this, the seasoned authors. It was so nice to just be able to watch people appreciate, the time that you spent to write, when you're in your writing cave, just watching people appreciate the work, that you've done was just a very humbling experience. And I look forward to doing it again because it's exciting and it's fun at the same time.
Absolutely.
Terry, you speak of, just the seasoned authors, and Lissha and I, we've had a variation of authors in different stages of their career. I think that the more seasoned authors tend to take this more as a business, instead of I'm just writing. Can you share with us what you see with the seasoned authors and the importance of learning your craft? Because, as they say, anybody can write a book, but if you want to take this business seriously, you have
That's
to treat
right.
it as a business. Can you
That's
share,
right.
share with us about
Yes.
that?
Yes. So my mentors, are, Victoria Christopher Murray,
Mm-hmm.
Rashonda Tate Billingsley, and also Nelena Kai.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have mentors that take the business seriously,
That's right.
you latch on to people who they're going to
Right.
help you grow, and they have your best interests at heart, and they're going to teach you, the craft,
That's
Mm-hmm.
the
right.
business,
Mm-hmm.
so being with those mentors, I think has enabled me to see, both sides. And they have fun as well. They do have fun
Thank you.
as well, but it's being with them and being able to call them mentors is such a again, it's humbling to have them in my life and to be able to call them and say, I'm not too sure about what's going on here.
Right.
Can
Absolutely.
you help me out? And they can, and they do.
Absolutely. Now, I know you can't tell us everything, but what can we expect in the Knights book that you have coming out? That's the Pin Quarter.
Yes, the Night of Penn Quarter. Penn Quarter is actually a section in DC. It's one of the I guess you could say up and coming newer areas, where they have the gentrification, they got all the new stuff and all that. But in the Night of Penn Quarter, actually the male, his name is Mateo Lopez, and he's a FBI agent. And of course, he's been undercover for the FBI, and he's just getting kind of a little, I guess you could say, a little tired of that of that career. So he's looking to do his own thing, have his own security, global connection security. So he's looking to do his own thing. But of course, we have some drama. So when he meets a social worker, Miss Rachel Jordan, they meet because she's a social worker and she has some cases where some children are being used by foster parents to sell drugs and maybe even sex trafficking. So
Oh, goodness.
when the
Okay.
two of them meet and when the two of them get together, of course, they're going to help try to find out what is going on with these kids. But of course, in the midst of that,
Mm-hmm.
it's a romantic suspense. It's a
Mm-hmm.
suspenseful romance. So of course, we're going to see if sparks fly if they do or they don't, and how that works out for the two of them, and if they'll get out of this whole mystery alive, or if they'll get out, will they be in love, or what'll happen with them.
I'm excited. All right, you put that little teaser out. Y'all get ready. November, right?
Yes, November 17th.
Now you have been on the chat room before.
I have.
And we like to do a little something fun with our guests when they come inside the chat room. But I don't have nothing to do with that. That's all Toni. I know. I don't even pick no questions. I know. I don't know.
Oh,
I know. Okay. It's just Toni.
Oh, Terri.
Toni.
Toni laughing because she knows it's true.
I don't know what y'all talking about. But Terri, Lissha and I so appreciate you. You are our sister, and I'm just curious. I know I don't know time wise, but I love your mind and I love the way you set things up. So I want you to give us a little snippet, a little synopsis of maybe like 3 or 4 sentences with 2 props that I'm going to give you. Okay. The first prop is a crown. And the second prop, because we're going through this COVID, is a needle. And you can fill it up with whatever you want to fill it up with. But those 2 props, we just want a little snippet and see how your mind can put together a quick thing. So quick.
Okay, well, the crown and the needle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well.
Different spectrum.
As the queen of Arabia, looked to find her crown, she needed her needle so that she could sew her beautiful red, gold, and cream ensemble.
She put the red, gold, cream in there.
For her engagement party for the king.
All right.
Yeah. That's a Toni question.
She definitely found her crown
in there. Somebody would have.
She put her crown on first.
Right.
She put her crown on first, but then she had to end up sewing. So she had to search for a needle to find so that she could put the finishing touches on her red, gold, and cream beautiful ensemble.
All right. You know something, Terri? I love where you took that, because when I said needle, it could have went any direction. But you know what I had in mind? Getting a shot.
Oh, okay.
And the finding a cure.
The pandemic and the vaccine.
But I like the way you thinking, girl.
Okay.
Thinking out the box. Love it.
Absolutely. We so appreciate you coming to kick it with us in the chat room. We want you to shout out all of your social medias, everywhere anybody can get your book. Shout out Brown Girls Publishing. We love them here on Let's Chat, and any additional interviews, virtual interviews, or book club things that you have coming up.
Okay, well, my website is www.terryannjohnson.com, and that's Ann with no E. Terri with an I, annjohnson.com. Please follow me on IG at author Terri Ann Johnson. Terri Ann Johnson, author Terri Ann Johnson. And nothing is really upcoming. I might do some virtual things, with Christian Lovers Book Club. I may do something with them in October, but I think 2021 is definitely going to be the year we're going to get out. We're going to be doing the thing 2021. Yes.
That means she got a book she ain't tell us about, y'all. It's something over there.
No, those are 2. No, switched and Those are 2 so far. So, and you all, I really appreciate it.
She has.
I really,
what you got over there?
I know, right? What you got? Let me see.
no,
Let me see what you got.
nothing's here. Nothing's here. But I appreciate you guys. You know that. And thank you for having me again.
You
And
are
I will be back whenever you can have me. You know I love coming back.
You are always welcome. Anytime you want to. You might just have a little something in your spirit. Like, I just want to talk about some things. Come on through.
Yep.
Just let
Yep.
it happen.
We love you, Terry. We're so proud of you. And we appreciate you taking time out to share your time and your energy and your space with us.
Yes. We appreciate you.
Thank
girl.
you. And I appreciate you guys too.
Have a good weekend, okay?
Bye-bye. You all too. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Y'all, she is really super awesome. Honestly, she is. We love when we did our editing class. That was like the best time to be able to sit down and just interact with our sister scribes and have a good time. But speaking of writing class, I'm gonna find it. Ian Joy has a free writing workshop tomorrow, guys. She has a free writing workshop tomorrow. Check out her page for all the details. I want to say it's from 3 to 5. So listen, if you don't know who Ian Joy is, I don't know what books you've been reading, child. But she does have a free writing workshop tomorrow. She's gonna be talking to authors. If you've started your book, if you're stuck, if you're thinking about writing, hit up that workshop. You will be pleased. Trust me.
She has so much information that she shares. And also check out her she has a convention in September in Las Vegas as well. So it's like a 3-day convention and it's all about literature, but it can be any part of the art. So it doesn't necessarily have to be about literature. You can fine tune it to what it is that you need it to be.
Absolutely. We appreciate you guys coming to kick it with us in the chat room. We're going to take a brief break, and when we come back, we were going to have our next fabulous author come and kick it with us in the chat room. Lori Hayes is going to talk that talk with us. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for chilling with your girls. We'll be right back.
Okay.